Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Turkey. In the last episode, we got our new series started. Kind of did some initial organization of the military, figuring out what our initial research is going to be. Started looking through the rather expansive focus tree that has been added to Turkey in the new DLC. So, looking through that and trying to decide what directions we're going to go. I kind of have an idea. There were some suggestions in the comments. I did read those. And I'm thinking I'm going to have an idea, and we're just going to proceed through. One thing I did notice after kind of loading back in here is at the top, there's these filters for the focuses. These are our political focuses. These are our research focuses. Industry, Smallism, Kurdistan stuff, there. Manpower, ability, territorial expansion, traditionalism, war support. So, that kind of helps let me know if I need something, where we want to go to get it in the focus tree. That's very, very nice that that has been implemented. Alright, so we also remilitarized the Bosporus, and England was okay with that. The Soviet Union, not so much. We had to give some concessions, some compromise to continue to allow the various nations that border the Black Sea to continue to be able to have free passage through there. But we were able to militarize that region, so that is good. And we're gonna see how things go. All right, so we can start assigning political advisors if we want. Which, going with a captain of industry, might be a good idea. War industrial, we can't do that just yet. We need some focuses. Let's see. Silent workhorse will give us some political power gain. Quartermaster General, air base construction speed, naval base, radar station, rocket site, nuclear reactor construction speed. We do need those civilian factories to build. So I think I'll go ahead and put you in, at least for now. And right now we're not worrying about training any new troops. I'm just worrying about getting the troops we do have properly equipped. Alright, basic machine tools. There we go. Okay, what year are we in? 36? Okay, good. Construction. Work through that. Beginning our support weapons in 5 days. Oh, there is one other thing I wanted to kind of take a look at. Yeah, oh, and we had the German Civil War start. Our first major ahistorical event. Because again, I put everything on random, so we have no idea what anybody is going to do. But we can get a bit of an idea. So I looked at the UK. They're on the shadow scheme over here. So I think they're primarily going to build up their industry first, it would seem. France is inviting communist ministers. So France is heading down the communist path, it would seem. So that's interesting. We shall see where that goes. Italy, we don't know what they're doing. It might behoove us to go ahead and create an agency. It'll take 30 days. Second London Naval Treaty signed. Delegations from Britain, France, Italy, Japan, and the U.S. met in December of 1935 to discuss a renewal of the First London Naval Treaty, which restricted the number and size of cruisers and submarines. Negotiations turned quite heated over Italy's war in Ethiopia and Japan's desire to be seen as equal to Britain and the U.S. Negotiations now at an end. The signatory nations have agreed on limits to the size of battleships and aircraft carriers in the hopes of preventing another ruinous arms race. Alright, what do I want to go for? Research speed plus 4%. 1,300 days. Yikes. Special Forces. Some improvement to my artillery would probably be a good idea. Except that I don't really have any artillery, do I? I'm not making any. Do I have... I don't have any army experience. I don't know how good of an idea it's going to be to exercise, but we'll go ahead and exercise. Yeah, that's putting me negative on infantry equipment. Bulgarian government condemns the IMRO. Earlier today, the Bulgarian leader, Boris III, has issued an official statement showing his rejection towards the internal Macedonian Revolutionary Organization and publicly condemning their activities. The Bulgarian Minister of the Interior has also announced the implementation of a package of extraordinary measures that will allow the government to allocate more resources to take active action against the IMRO and root out this terrorist organization once and for all. With this pronouncement, it seems that finally the Bulgarian government seeks to end one of the greatest sources of conflict and tension in the Balkans. Alright then. That's something new. Unlocks law number 3115 decisions. Okay, now, do I want to go for that just yet? Or do I want to go after my military factories? What do you do? Using political power and other means at our disposal, we'll be able to empower our burgeoning industrial class to invest their resources in directing civilian factories and military factories for the state's use. Unlocks decision, sponsor, petrol. Okay. Gain a research slot. Ooh, that is very, very important to get that research slot. Sooner rather than later. Okay, we're going to go after that research slot. Alright, ratify the 6 arrows. Start it. Yugoslavia recognizes Soviet Union. Yugoslavia, even more stoically than other nations, has for years refused to recognize the communist state that is the Soviet Union. With today's announcement that the government of Yugoslavia will henceforth establish official relations with the Soviets, this policy has at last come to an end. Whether this means an opening of the Yugoslav state to communist influence remains to be seen, but the tone of the announcement was surprisingly cordial. Okay, are you going down? I have no idea what focus I just finished. They recognize the Soviet Union. So yeah, they're going down the communist tree. It would seem. Acquire modern tools, huh? Alright, so there is our agency. We're recruiting an operative. Alright, good. It looks like that the German Reich is not doing so well. Yeah, it looks like that they are being pushed back fairly aggressively. I think it's only a matter of time. Alright, traditionalist infiltration. Thwarting traditionalist infiltration attempts. Well, we're working on trying to get the ratify the 6 arrows. Alright, how are we doing? It says we'll be able to satisfy the shortage in 600 days, give or take. Alright, well. An operative can be recruited. Okay, let's see. Who do we have here? You are a safe cracker. Capture cipher effectiveness, steal blueprint risk, steal blueprint effectiveness, demolitions expert. Soviet, Turkish, and Kazakh nationality? Target sabotage can own operative detection chance factor, cipher effectiveness, capture cipher risk, sabotage risk. You sound interesting. Can I have you build an intel network? On our border there? Then we'll see what we can do. Army intelligence plus 25%. I hardly have any civilian factories. Do I really want to? Let's at least get an army department. Let's get that going. Kurdish resistance escalates anti-government efforts. Looks like that's running again. We'll have to see if we can deal with that at some point. I've got 3 days till we get that. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're going after this, right? Let's see, effect. Using political power and other means at our disposal. Let's go ahead and grab that. Oh, and let's see what we can do here. Hit this first. Okay, that just reduces progress. It doesn't, like, kill it. Instantly canceled if. Right. Alright, so what is this? Law number 3115. The 6 guiding principles of Turkey have been codified into our constitution. And as long as we honor them, we must believe that our nation will never be torn apart from the inside. Republicanism. When selected, gains national spirit republicanism, which grants weekly stability plus 2.5%, daily support for unaligned, plus 0.03. Secularism. One of 2 options will happen. 50-50 chance of Izmit. Take over as the uncontested administrators of the state. Okay, populism. Gains national spirit populism, which grants political power gain. Weekly manpower up. Mobilization speed up. Nationalism. Weekly war support plus 2.5%. Rising inflation is active. Devaluation. Okay, so this is something we really can't do right now. Reformism. Our people have always been on the cutting edge. Even the Ottomans were known to push the envelope at times with their political or social reforms. The dynamism of the Turkish people is one of our greatest qualities. Okay. Gains national spirit reformism, which grants political power gain, daily democracy support. Don't know about democracy support. What's our stability at? Stability is not bad. They counter the rebels. Alright, we're gonna need at least, I think, a 50% network there.
sağlanın. Toparlanın.
Interwar artillery is done.
Hazırım komutanım. Beni dikkatle dinleyin.
Anti-tank guns. We really don't have the ability to do anything with the Navy right now, so I'm not that worried about it. Need to start working on a Army doctrine, I think. Land doctrines. Mobile warfare, superior firepower, grand battle plan, massed assault. I don't think we have the manpower for this. Superior firepower, trench warfare. I don't know if I really have the armor for this either, or may never have the armor for that. So I think we might go with Grand Battle Plan. Entrenchment speed, max entrenchment. Aggressive barrage. Or this doctrine focuses on throwing shells, not men at the enemy. Our manpower is precious, bullets are cheap. You know what? Superior firepower. We're gonna go for it. Oh yeah. Is Hitler dead? He might be, because Himmler is the one in charge of the Nazis. Oh, how about that? Cooperate with the Debt Council. Political power plus 120. Okay. Change trade law to free trade with grants construction speed, research speed. Yeah. Resources to market plus 80%. Every country with the same original tag as United Kingdom. All right. There's nothing I can do about that right now. Yep. The German Civil War is over. The civil war that has wrecked Germany has now come to an end. The fighting was extraordinarily intense, with fanatical resistance by the Nazis causing devastation on a scale reminiscent of the Great War. It appears Hitler is dead, and the Nazi leadership imprisoned or executed. The provisional government has now announced that it is necessary to secure their hold over the state and ensure the return of stability to the nation before there can be any thought of embarking on a process of constitutional reforms. Alright. The Kurdish resistance escalating failed. Alright, excellent. Okay. What I want to actually start training something. Possibly. Train some cavalry. Alright, we'll give that a whirl. Alright, construction's done. War support. I think I might go with populism. Political power gain, increase, the manpower. Sure. Alright, what do we got here? Let's see. Concentrated or distributed industry. Max factories in a state. Factory output, dockyard output. Production efficiency retention, production efficiency base, factory output, dockyard output. Factory bomb vulnerability, conversion speed bonus. You know what? I think I'm going to go is with dispersed industry. I've never really done that route before. Oh, speaking of. Oh yeah, my Navy. I never really looked at that. We have 5 submarines. Okay. And here's our Navy with the Yavuz, which is a battle cruiser. It's an old World War I era battle cruiser that I believe, if I remember correctly, when I looked this up before, was actually part of the German Mediterranean fleet during World War I and was transferred to the Ottoman Empire to protect it from the British, I think. And then was transferred to Turkey when the Ottoman Empire collapsed. Alright. Let's grab a radio. And then we have a couple of other coastal defense ships and early destroyers. Not really the best thing in the world, but, you know, it's something. Alright, let's go for that research slot. We need some steel, apparently. We will import some from Germany. Games of the 11th Olympiad. The 11th Olympic Games were recently held in undamaged parts of devastated and newly rebuilding Berlin, Germany. It's interesting that they added that bit of flavor text to this event, considering that they just had a civil war. Attended by athletes from 49 different nations across the world, the 1936 Summer Olympics are the first in history to have enjoyed limited live television coverage. The Games, a symbol of renewed German national unity, were also a significant propaganda victory for the new German regime, which, despite the tremendous costs of rebuilding the nation after the Civil War, spent lavishly on the event. German athletes saw the most success, winning 33 gold medals, while Americans came in second with 24. 4 of these were won by Jesse Owens, the single most successful athlete of the game. Alright. I wonder what happens if we hit that event and the Civil War is not over. Does it just not happen? Does it get canceled? I don't know. Alright, that failed as well. How are we doing here? Okay, so we got that one civilian factory built. And we kind of, you know, everything is kind of slow at the start, but hopefully once we start getting the snowball rolling, we'll be able to build up. We need 2 operatives. The elusive gentleman advisor. Interesting. Yeah, we need 5 upgrades. Let's go ahead and get some of these going. I could do the elusive gentleman. Can I actually do the elusive gentleman? Quartermaster General, Ideological Crusader. Silent Workhorse, Fortification Engineer. Where? Ah, there you are. Operative slots, +1. Agency upgrade timer. Communist Revolutionary, Democratic. Yeah. Well, let's go with the elusive gentleman. Alright. And I'm going to get that second operative so that I can actually do some stuff with that. Let's see. Material designer. Motorization. Artillery research speed. Or what I could take is a chief of the army. Division training time, army experience game, division defense, division speed. Army experience gain. Let's take that. We have no infantry equipment going in there? You'd think at least some would start going in there. Let's see. The civilian factory will be completed the 2nd of June of 37. Alright, let's see. Who can we get here? Seducer. Own operative detection chance factor. Infiltration effectiveness. Infiltration risk. Demolition expert. Let's go with the seducer. There we go. Alright. What can we do? Infiltrate the civilian administration, infiltrate the Army, Navy, Air Force. Steal industrial blueprints. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's prepare that. Nationalist Spain has declared war on Spain. Alright, the Spanish Civil War has begun. Alright, prepared already. Outlook is excellent. Begin. Utilize foreign capital. Alright, excellent. That gets us our new research slot. Leadership purges in the Soviet Union. Okay, the Soviets have begun the purges. Uncertainty has long reigned in the Soviet Union. While details are scarce, there has been a series of secret trials on the highest level, and both generals and ministers have appeared from the public or disappeared from the public eye. The natural assumption is that some great conspiracy has been uncovered within the Communist Party, but no official statement has been made. In addition, the diplomatic reports we have access to indicate that evidence presented at these trials has been far from indisputable. Whatever has been happening, the structures of the Soviet High Command has changed irrevocably. Alright, so now that I have that, military factory, infrastructure, infrastructure. That might be worth going for. I do need to grab that as well. Can I even go that route? Yes. Political power plus 250. Change in popularity of democracy plus 10%. Hold our first multi-party election. Oh, we have to do all of the following. Okay. Do I want to do that? Not sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over here, learning from the Great War. We're going to run through those, grab those extra factories, and then see what we're going to do. Alright. Let's get excavation 1 going to improve our resource gathering. Alright, but I think we're at the end of the episode. So, we'll go ahead and stop here. Things are moving along. Construction 3, construction 2. Yeah, it's going to be a bit before we can do that stuff. Alright. Well, we'll just see what happens here. Yeah. Alright, but for now, as I said, we'll stop here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.